Well, from this group, Germany and Greece already qualified. There's one more spot up for grabs, and the win of Israel in Serbia, against Serbia, really gives Coach Tace's lineup a real chance. Jake Cohen and 4 other members from Maccabi Tel Aviv form the backbone of this Israeli lineup. Tamir Blatt is having a phenomenal introduction to senior level basketball. It's just, his distribution of the ball is just phenomenal. Sean Dawson really does need to bring his A game to fulfill the obvious potential he has at this level. Georgia, obviously, Sengalia is absent, but Coach Zuras will need Shemandini and Sinzadzi and McFadden to really bring the A game. It will give Georgia a win and then keep their hopes alive. It's a tough ask because of the way that their current standing with Serbia is. Here's the starting lineup. Bojan Zadzi at the power forward spot. It could be a little bit of a player that makes a huge impact today. Could be active on the glass. He's not Shinzadzi, he's not Shemandini, he's his own man. He can really bring some athleticism to that 4 spot. And I think that could be a crucial factor against the Israeli team who, without Hamilton in the lineup, will possibly struggle in the athleticism department. Tatsi's had to deal with no player having played all 9 games in the World Cup qualifiers. It's a juggling act of resources. Players obviously in the middle of very, very tough seasons, and to retain the same squad would be very, very difficult. You know, Zoras, the Greek head coach of the Georgian national team, vastly experienced at national team level, and has done a really nice job with this Georgian national team. This is the test, because Israel have a way of playing this game that really maximizes their talents. Some of the parts is obviously more important than the individuals on their lineup. And now there will be the moments of silence for Patrick Baumann. It's the first home game for Georgia. And so their opportunity as a federation to mark the sad passing of Patrick Baumann with a minute's silence.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, before the start of the game, we would like to respect a minute of silence in the honor and memory of the FIBA Secretary General and IOC member Patrick Baumann. Secretary General of FIBA since 2002, Mr. Baumann passed away at the age of 51 on the 17th of October in Buenos Aires, Argentina. With his passion and determination, Patrick Baumann was the leader and advocate of basketball worldwide. He was also instrumental in the creation of FIBA's new competition system with a vision to bring basketball closer to fans all over the world. As a sign of sorrow and solidarity to his family, we kindly ask you to stand and respect this minute of silence. Megobrevo, bici odziak jest na para wystaca od robestyczna od cutie dumy, padają mi od padali padali, a umanis są nas. Thank you.
Well, every federation has had the opportunity to mark the passing and sad passing of Patrick Baumann. It's the Georgians' turn, and like everywhere else in the world, his impact will always be felt, and his presence will be surely missed. Well, it's a knowledgeable crowd here in Tbilisi. They know exactly. Georgia basically has to win its remaining 3 games to really give itself a realistic chance of qualifying, and then that may still not be good enough. with the fact it will carry 2 losses to Serbia forward. It really could do with Israel beating Serbia in both games, and then it sort of evens itself out. But for the moment, they're in charge, partially in charge of their own destiny, and all they can do is win the game today. Exactly the same situation for Israel. They have the exact same records, 4 and 5, behind Serbia with 5 and 4. So you can see how congested it is with a 1 remaining qualification spot from this group to make it to the World Cup in China. So welcome to Tbilisi, wherever you're joining us from. Israel on the road here in blue, Georgia in white. Crucial matchup. A loss here could really make life very difficult for Georgia. And they get the first look at it in the half court. Shinsadze will move it into the half court. McFadden moves it on. Shinsadze looks, has nowhere to go, needs a pass, finds one. Sanadze puts it on the floor, gets to the middle, stops, steps through, second move, tries to force it up, gets his own rebound but cannot hold on to it. Cohen comes down with it. And you can see the way that Israel packed the middle on the penetration. Cohen tries to back in, inside out kick. And there's a reaching foul. He's going to put it on the floor. Only 20 years old. Israel's had such success at age group competitions. Won the under-20 European A Division title last year, and their development programs are starting to feel the benefit at the senior levels. Come up empty on their first possession. Shermandini gets it deep. Nice move. Showed the quickness there that sometimes is a surprise to people, but can't finish the play. Black in transition will take the ball screen and wrap the pass. Cohen will hand off. And Israel have really developed in this way that the ball doesn't stick. They don't rush, but the ball doesn't stick. Nice slip, beautiful execution. And they can't finish the play. Cohen can't make the layup. Everything except the finish was out the top drawer of execution. Read the hard show, slipped the screen, and then just literally missed what for him was a pretty straightforward layup. Shinsadze will take the handoff. Nice look. Quick hands by Cohen, just about rescued the situation, knocked it out of bounds. Sanadze was hanging around on the baseline, is the only way to word that. McFadden will get his first touch of the game, but out of bounds. Inbounds it. Hard show. And they take the three, way off. And Dawson's been looking for a role on this national team. Maybe he's found it right now. Takes the ball screen and moves it on. Semir Blatt has made this starting point guard spot his own. Stops and pops the two, is good. Again, read the defense, saw the opportunity to penetrate into the space, stopped and popped. Nice help by Dawson, but Shermandini catches deep, hangs on, he's fouled as he steps through. And Kubovic big man from Hapoel Jerusalem picks up the personal. Definitely a late developer in terms of national team basketball, 32 years old. And Shermandini. Makes the first. There goes 2 for 2. Giorgio Shermandini ties the game. Cohen in the block, tries to back in, fills the double team, goes with a jump hook, is no good. We get nothing out of the play. McFadden takes it, gets to the foul line, backs it out to the three-point line. 7 on the possession. Shermandini sets the screen, he turns it down. McFadden fires it up. And fires it up is the word. Really getting himself balanced or set, really. Tamir Black into the half court. Cohen on the second foul, moves it on. Black for the 3 is off. Zadzi drops it inside. And Shermandini looks longingly at the official, but gets no joy in return. Let's take a look. There was nothing to call. In fact, everybody in a blue shirt did a really good job not to foul. Cohen lines up for 3, is long. Defensive rebound belongs to Berenedzi. Zadzi gets it back. They take the ball screen from Shermandini, who dives. Zadzi thinks about it, fires the 3 and drops it. Zadzi. Nice pass to Cohen on the inside, who blows another little 2-footer. And Jake Cohen at the moment is having a little bit of a nervy start. 0 for 3 from 2 feet. And he couldn't get the 3 to drop either. Shermandini wants and gets in the post. Feels the double team, goes to work, goes to the right hand. Inside, outside, extra pass is turned down. Shinzadzi for 3 is way long. And Dawson in open play, puts it on the floor, gets to the far side of the ring, off the glass for 2, can't get the drop. But Cohen outworks everybody on the glass and picks up his first 2.
2 points, Jacob Cohen, number 15.
McFadden moves it on. As he finds Shermandini, who just spins into traffic. And Israel with 3-on-2. Black wide open, attacks the space, feeds it down low. On the inside, and Zuzman can't make it drop. The ball's bouncing around, they're not going to get the drop. And finally, the ball is corralled in by Sanadzi. Almost a turnover, just about hung on. 7 on the possession. Adzi stops and fires the 3, way off, defensive rebound, and gives it up. Dawson should go all the way to the hoop, and does for 2. Finish with a left hand. And Israel's defense is becoming a frustration for Georgia. Not lost. Shermandini is obviously a key aspect of everything that Georgia does. It goes inside, he never finds himself one-on-one. Shinzadze stops and pops the 3 as long. Dawson gets a piece. And Shermandini hunts it down. McFadden puts it on the floor, he's fouled by Chubovic. Like a pinball machine for a while on the previous Israeli offense. Chubovic picks up the personal. This Israeli team has made huge strides during this World Cup. A lot of changes. Nice pass. Shermandini for 2 and 1. Excellent bounce pass. Led Shermandini to the hoop. He picks up the field goal and has a chance to make it a 3-point play. Didn't have to break stride. great work on the offensive glass. Dadzi comes up with an offensive rebound, which means Sinzadze has a chance with a new 14. Down to 3, McFadden's got to fire it up, and that's long. Great box out by Cohen. Let's not worry about how high I can jump, let's box him out and then I'll go get it. Usman, indecisive. Wasn't sure if he was going to penetrate or pass, and Georgia turned it straight back over. Israel get into rotations, and the veteran, one of those guys that sets the tone for this team, Guy Panini, steps in. Bartolomeo doesn't get it to drop. It's exactly how you would expect this game to pan out. Tight, both teams well prepared in terms of understanding the scout. Well, it's good looking long too. Dadzi gets it. Cohen, ball screen, ball fake rather, gets blocked. Should have taken the mid-range jumper, had nowhere to go in the end. But Dadzi, after scoring, just says, out of here. You're in Tbilisi. Can't bring that here. Dadzi with his 2 points. Tamio off the screen, just buries the 3 in rhythm. Bartolomeo, the Maccabi Tel Aviv shooting guard, shows you why he's classed as a shooting guard. Stroked that one perfectly. So Nancy goes baseline and moves it. McFadden will take the high screen. Oh, the long 3 is off, and that's going to be an offensive foul. And Georgi Shemandini gets called for the offensive foul. And Panini knows how to make sure the referee sees the foul. Bartolomeo gets it back. Foul line jump shot is short, defensively chased down by Shemandini. McFadden in transition, scores locked at 9 with just over a minute to go in the quarter. Shemandini deep, feels the double team going, inside out, McFadden lines up the 3, is long, and Israel dodge a bullet, McFadden that open, his feet set, great pass, oh but Cohen can't handle it, the pass just died on him a little bit, but he'll be disappointed he didn't hold on. It's a great look, just couldn't get it there. Let's seize it, it just died on him for pace. Georgia will also go to the bench as Burishvili, the Al Shamal club, one of the 3 players that has played in every one of the World Cup qualifiers so far. Volkolishvili checks in as well. McFadden. Tanadzi is fouled by Bartolomeo. Hasn't gone the right way, just does not cut him off quick enough. McFadden will sit. And the 17-year-old from Burgos club in Spain, Andron Ishkabili, gets his first action of the World Cup. And here he is. What a talent he is at 17 years old. The 3 is away, is off. And Israel will pick it up. Bartolomeo in transition. Inside, outside. Oh, nice pass. Super little pass.
2 points.
And Jeanette, the 2m3, just sneaked in the baseline. The three is long. Offensive rebound just about recovered. They're not going to get it away. Almost got the halfway line shot. As you would expect here in Tbilisi, it's tight. It's very, very technical. But at the end of the first quarter, Israel have the narrow 11-9 lead. Well, statistically, it's not going to really burn any houses down here. 1 from 11, Georgia, from the three-point line. The fact that they've taken more threes than twos tells you how effective Israel's defense has been. I think we've got a young couple getting engaged on camera. Meanwhile, back into the huddles. I was just really emphasizing the point that Israel's defense, it's not as if they have a team of athletes that can really just lock you down one-on-one. Their team defense, their rotation on the pick and roll, in particular where it's hard show and recover, and their rotation from their help side to prevent Shermandini receiving it deep has been absolutely first rate. That's frustrated Georgia. They've been unable to get anything going on the inside in space. And you can put a lot of that credit down to Coach Katache. Zuras is like a chess game with these guys. They're going to have to fight. He's going to have to find an answer. Second quarter, action underway. Israel with the 11-9 advantage, and Bartolomeo has it. Stands his pocket pick. When you're 17, you have no respect for anybody. There's no fear involved in how you play this game. Shuli looks inside, no pass. Andronikashvili goes inside. Tough move off the glass is no good. Good box out. And Bidzatsi couldn't get it to drop. The long two is no good, and both teams struggling to get anything going offensively. Shenadze. And Andronikashvili moves it on. Go inside. Eshkavili attacks the closeout. Oh, and he blows the layup. Did everything you should do except make the layup. 1 second on the shot clock. If you're going to play, if you're going to be put on the floor for minutes, that's not a shot you should be missing. This is a catch and release moment. No time except for 1 second on the clock. So after being told by his whole team he had to catch and shoot, Coach Juras now wants to talk to everybody about it, but Shenadze just must have had one of those moments. Panini goes inside. A lot of activity. Nice pass. Oh, the block. This is my house. This is Tbilisi. Don't bring that weak shot in here. The Dadsei just rejects the attempted running layup. Andriishvili kicks it. The three is away and buried. Shenadze from deep. Shenadze gives Georgia the 1-point advantage. Black feels the double team. Got to move it off. Someone's wide open. Great work again. And Cohen gets to the glass. No one puts the body on him.
2 points, Jacob Cohen.
Well, the lob was attempted, not made. Tulamio was fouled mid-court. And you've got to say, it's a very smart foul, the 17-year-old. Whatever angle you look at that last one, really, the timing on the block was excellent. Andron Nikashvili picks up his first foul. Cohen gets it back to Black, who has looked at his options. Cohen on the inside is fouled. By everybody that was involved in the play, got a piece of him. But Fadden checks back in. Panini thinks about the ball screen, takes the three, is way short. Georgia finally secure the rebound. Israel's transition defense. Get back, protect the ring, channel out, guard the ball. Into the half court. Andron Nikashvili puts it on the floor. Looks very comfortable out here. Spins to the baseline but turns it over. It's almost this crowd is willing him to play well. Zusman gets it over the halfway line, goes inside to Cohen, hands it off. Ginat, tough looking shot, gets the two. And this is going to be one of those games. It's going to be low scoring. It's going to be a real toe-to-toe battle. Here's McFadden. Turns down and takes the ball screen. Gets inside, far side ring, little kick, wide open three. Had to rush it because of the pass. The pass was just not good enough. It's a scrap on the floor. We're going to have a held ball. No, we're not. We're going to have a foul. And I think Yovel Zusman's going to be charged with a personal. Bodies everywhere. This isn't one of those free-flowing games where everybody's excited about the quality of the offense. The defense both teams are putting on is just really stifling the game. And Andron Nikashvili sits down. 17-year-old, currently with Burgos in the ACB in Spain. Everybody adjusting their attire, dusting themselves down. We're ready to go. Sindadze finds McFadden, thought he was just going to catch and shoot that when he's so much better. Has to do it off the dribble. He's short with a three. Black will advance the basketball. Dawson's ahead, but he doesn't look that way at all. Oh, beautiful pass, and they, to an extent, overpass it. Oh! Another block. Bitadze owns the keyway at the moment. Cohen goes up. Bitadze says, get out. Don't bring a weak little hook shot in here. Could almost call it. He was up there for that long. Israel take the timeout.
We need to use it for our advantage. Jake. Sean. Your son.
Just about beat the 5 count. 7 on the possession. Oh, they turn it over on the bounce pass. Tried to thread the eye of a needle one too many times. 5:50 to go in the half. And while it might not be up tempo, and while it might not be run and gun, this is fascinating. Such a technical game. Nice step to the far side of the ring. Super move by Bitadze. Bitadze's becoming the player of the game at the moment, the 2m10 from the Mega Bimax Club. 19 years old. There's a lot of talent on show here. Georgia goes a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old on the floor at the same time. The 14-year-old leads, but the 3 is gone. It's off. Defensive rebound. Dawson has a chance to run, but he doesn't push. Now he breaks it down, gets to the inside and floats it. Is blocked but fouled, and will go to the free throw line. The great thing about Dawson on that, didn't hesitate, didn't second guess himself, took it strong, earns the fouls, goes to the free throw line.
Sean Dawson, 2 shots.
Dawson makes the first. Gives Israel the 2-point advantage. You just can't see this game being broken open either way. Neither team has that sort of style where they're going to get points in a hurry. They're going to be able to turn defense into offense that quickly. And they're incredibly well matched up. It's just that this is one of those toe-to-toe. You've got to tough it out and find a way to get the win. Nice flare. McFadden puts it on the floor against the closeout. Gets inside. Inside, outside. The extra pass was there, but they take the long. Well, they take the 3. Didn't toe the line. And we've got a new ball game at 4 with 4.5 minutes to go in the half. Tied at 17 as Patazia penetration. Black gets it on the wing. Plenty of time. Still 8 on the possession. Zusman thinks about it. Takes the tough 3. Is long. And the defensive rebound is hauled in, and McFadden has it. Well, they begin to drop, and why wouldn't it be Bitadze? When there are moments in teams where one of your stars is unavailable, it's an opportunity, and that's exactly how Bitadze sees this. That's going to be a 3-second call, spent forever in there. And Bitadze is involved in that too. Fadden lines up the 3, drops it, and all of a sudden it's like shooting it into the ocean. Back-to-back 3s for Georgia, open up the biggest lead of the game, 23-17. And as you can see, McFadden's gone 1 for 5. But when you're this good, it's only a matter of time.
go under and leave them. They try to ice it and use one time on a transition. Clean and listen. Same continuation. Same don't lose contact with your players. Always match up. 2 passes maximum. We are in match up. We have only one.
შეგასრულებს საქართველოს ეროვნული ნაკრების მხარდამჭერია, საქართველოს რკინიგზა, ნაკრების გენერალური პარტნიორი ბორჯომი, ნაკრების სპონსორი Hyundai, ნაკრების პარტნიორი Diftex, ნაკრების ტექნიკური პარტნიორი PSP, ფედერაციის სპონსორი სოხლისა, ფედერაციის მხარდამჭერი, საქართველოს განათლების მეცნიერების კულტურისა და სპორტის სამინისტრო.
Those traveling or local Jewish community fans have a little worried look now, the Israeli fans in the crowd. Georgia's starting to find the threes. Here's Black. Will take the ball screen. Going will dive. Gets it on the way to the hoop. Tries to manufacture one. And again, this time it's Shermandini who challenges the shot. And Israel struggling to tick it over. The three, back to back threes in a row. And Georgia breaking the game open here in the second quarter. 3 threes, back to back. It is literally shooting it in the ocean at the moment. Extra pass, Cohen is fouled. That'll be the 14th foul. Well, he got out of the double team. And the alternative to the aggressiveness on the ball would have been an extra pass and a wide open look. Black, feet set for 3. He was never in doubt. Tamir Black strokes it from beyond the arc. And really are milking this matchup on the inside. The 3 is gone and short. And you just cannot, if you're in the matchup, you force the missed shot, you've got to find a body. It's hard because it's a zone, not the straightforward man-to-man. But no one got a body on Bidzadzi. Bidzadzi on the free throw line to make this an 8-point game. Well, a lane violation. So Bidzadzi has another opportunity to increase the lead to 8. So we're still on the play. We're going to be shooting free throws. Tomer Ginat strokes the 3, but he's fouled. What's the closeout? A little debatable, should we say? Chance to make this a 5-point game. Israel are in that hang around sort of role at the moment. Georgia have had chances to break this open, but Israel still hanging around. And he makes all 3. Token pressure up the floor. McFadden, and nowhere to go. Nice pass inside. Shamandini with the hook, doesn't get it to roll. Israel in transition. Cohen gets beyond everybody, they can't find him. Now they find him in the block. Tries to back in, looking to go to work here. Second move, goes with the left hand, gets the drop. And we've got a 3-point game. Georgia have been forced to take the timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
Intriguing for Georgia at the moment. They got that little run going when they had the 3 threes in a row, which really did break it open to an extent. And then Israel have just carried on being Israel. Have worked their way back into the game. Now they only trail by a single possession, 28-25. And it's not anything appreciable about Israel. They just are relentless in how they play the game. So after the timeout, Georgia will advance the basketball. They have the 3-point lead, 1:15 to go in the half. Shinsadze comes off the high screen. Shamandini dives. The matchup zone still to good effect. That is a finish. That is a move. That is a seasoned pro finish from the 19-year-old Goga Bidzadze. Just walks it into the block. He's going up against Cohen, and he just lays it over the top of him. Cohen looks perplexed at the call.
Number 15, Jacob Cohen.
But Bidzadze, who's played all 9 games for Georgia, without the missing Shingalia, it's in that areas of the floor where he really is destructive. And Bidzadze, well, he can't make the 3-point play. He's going to get his own rebound. And we'll go back to the free throw line. No one boxed the shooter. Back to kindergarten basketball. Someone has the responsibility to box the shooter out. But not on this occasion. Makes the first. Chance to make this a 7-point game, and Georgia are starting to exert some control here, and Bidzadze just continues to impress. Black backs it out, tries to get a little separation. 10 takes the long 3, and just there is nothing but string on the bottom of that one. And he closes it to a 4-point game, and Black, 8 points personal, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line, becoming a real genuine leader. Great anticipation. Chance to run here for Israel. Far side off the ring is good for 2. And Zuzman, the 20-year-old, there's talent on this floor tonight. Zuzman reads the play, steals it, he's gone. Protects it off the glass. Georgia take the timeout. They still lead, but now it's only by 2 with 21 seconds to go in the half. Well, Goga Bitadze has 13 of the 32 points. The next leading scorer has 6, and that's Sindzadze on the back of his 2 trees. He has an efficiency rating of 22, because at the moment he has 13 and 7.
Sussman inbounder. Johnny, Samir, Adam, Sussman. Where's the ball?
So Israel extend the defense. McFadden has it. Oh, what a turnover. Crazy turnover. And Zuzman blows the layup. With 20 seconds left, Israel could have had it, kept it. And all you get now is a foul. And as opposed to keeping the ball with a chance to go in, up 1, down 2, tied up. Georgia are on the free throw line in the form of Duda Sandzadze. Israel will get it back with 14.5 seconds to go, but to say the least, sloppy from Georgia on the inbound play. Well, we thought this would be tactical. We thought this would go down to the wire. That's the way it looks like it's going to be. Sindzadze goes 2 for 2 from the line, 4-point margin. 14.5 seconds left in the half. And they've managed to conspire to turn it over again. McFadden gets it away. They won't count that. They're going to wipe that off. And Israel in the last 30 seconds could have ended up 3 up, 4 up, and have ended up going into the half on the wrong end of a 34-30 margin. It's tight, it's tactical, but it's tense. Georgia with the 4-point lead at the half. Statistically, it's going to be a little bit of a horror show on parts of this. 32 and 30 for Israel, 40 and 29 for Georgia. Slight advantage for the Jordans on the glass. 9 assists is a nice number in a tight game. But turning the ball over 7 times has not helped if you're a Georgian fan. But what it means is that we, the neutrals if you want, have got a classic 4-point game at the half. We'll leave you with some highlights from the first half, and we'll see you in around 10 minutes to see which one of these teams is going to have a real positive impact on their chances of making China in 10 months' time. We'll see you soon.
наші його драме клуби Транскулі. Аплодисменти вам. კომპანია იფრის ტექსის წარმომადგენელი თამურა პატარაია დაგვიდოს მას ქართული წარმოების წინდების სასაჩუქრე კომპლექტი. ასევე უხობ ჩვენთან მოედანზე TKG-ს გენერალურ მენეჯერს მარიამ მორგოშიას, რომელიც გამარჯვებულს გადასცემს 50,000 სასაჩუქრე ვაუჩერს. ასევე აჭარა სპორტ-კლუბის წარმომადგენელი ათამაშების გამარჯვებულ გულშემატკივარს ჩვენს ანასტასიას დაგვიდოებს სპორტული მაღაზია GM სპორტის 100,000 ვაუჩერი. და მეგობრებო, გამარჯვებულ სამართლის ეროვნული ფედერაციის საზოგადოებასა და ურთიერთობების სამსახურის კენტრონელი თამარ რუაძე გადასცემს ეროვნული ნაკრების თანამდებობის მიერ განმოწმებულ გუნდს და 2 ბილეთს საქართველოს ესტონეთის მატჩზე, რომელიც გაიმართება მომდევნო წლის თებერვალში. კიდევ ერთხელ თქვენი აპლოდისმენტები ანასტასიას. ვიკტორა
She said, I will judge straight like she
Welcome back to WC. Both teams have been out on the floor for a while. And this, as we thought, was going to be tight, was going to be tactical. It's becoming tense. There's so much at stake. Georgia's path to the World Cup is going to be tough enough if they win. If they lose, well, let's say it's impossible, but it's an incredibly tough ask. They would be relying on Serbia dropping games. Israel, who when they came into this second round, were not one of the favourites to make a run, but the win over Serbia in this competition, in this window, has really ignited their qualification prospects. Still a tough one, but it really has given them an opportunity. Underway then at the start of the second half. The lights in the crowd, what a sight that is. The phone lights all turned on. Crowd on their feet looking for the first points of this second half. Down screen action releases. Nzadzi with the three is off. That is work on the glass by Chamadini. That is effort. Georgia doing everything they can here. McFadden, extra pass. The open three is good. Georgi Nzadzi. Dawson. This lineup that Israel have on the floor has got options. Dawson's got to make that. Just floated into the keyway. It just didn't come up with it. Sloppy. Great work by McFadden. 5-on-3 break. They just have to find the open man. If the three go on the end of the break is no good. And finally, Blatt has it. Cohen goes with the right hand jump hook. Again comes up empty. Looks to the heavens for a little bit of help. Shots he would expect to make. 7-point lead in a low-scoring game for Georgia. Georgi Nzadzi at the top. Looks like we have a whistle away from the basketball. Offensive foul. Coach Kardash calls the play, and Zusman, who continues to impress. As we said in the first half, lot of potential superstars of the game here. Great work on the glass by Samuelsson. Samuelsson gets the two just by sheer hard work. 5-point margin. McFadden has it. Little pick and pop action. And the three is sweet. Nzadzi gets his feet set. When his feet are set and there's no hand in the face, you are looking at a gimme from the three-point range. Nice look. But Cohen's got to hold his space. 8-point margin. Dangerous time for Israel. Zusman with the quick catch and release. And Chamadini, I think you'd say, owns that rebound. Nzadzi. And Zusman again giving him a hard time. Whistle on the play. And Zusman's going to be called for a hold, and he wants the same thing the other way. Easy call for the official. You're right in front of the official. Palms of the hand on your opponent. Either way, it's going to make the official's job really pretty easy to make the call. First foul, McFadden, who really hasn't got himself going in the game yet. A lot of dribble. Again, that Israeli pick and roll defense is so good. Long two is off. Blatt can't secure it. McFadden can't chase it down. Almost took the commissioner's job. Wow, there's nothing like having to grind out a win. 8-point game. Cohen finally gets a little bunny from 2 feet to drop. Quick release on the pass. Juris is like, hey guys, we drew that up. Cohen goes to 8 personal. 4 from 13 though. Numbers that he is just not used to. They take away the screen. McFadden. They leave him, then they have to recover. Nice look inside, but great job by Dawson to get a piece of it. Samir Blatt. There's a pace to the game now that I think both teams are comfortable with. Samuelsson turns it down. Dawson. Just be aggressive and decisive. Samuelsson goes straight for his hands. 8 seconds on the possession. Blatt has it. Turns the corner, gets into a little space, goes inside. Should be an easy two, and they blow another bunny. From 2 feet, we got a foul on the play. And another 2-footer goes begging for Israel. And Dawson just gives one up. Not really sure what we're looking at here, unless they think it might be worth an unsportsmanlike foul. I think that'll be incredibly harsh. Well, we're going to get a verdict in a moment. They're going to call it unsportsmanlike. I think that's harsh. I'm not sure. At the first look, we'd have to look at it again, obviously, but at first look, Sean Dawson just made a play for the ball and was just late. And that would be the interpretation of it just a foul, whereas the referees looked at it. And I do like the fact they had the chance to check that with technology. I think the call's a little harsh. But Burinzadze won't care a dot about that. Chance to make this an 8-point game. And don't keep making the point. It's an 8-point game and a very low scoring game. Those 1 for 2. So, not as bad as it could have been for Israel. Burinzadze finds McFadden. They find the baseline corner. And there's a mishandle, so illegal dribble. Burinzadze. So what could have been a disappointing periods of play for Israel only cost them a point. Here's Black. Takes the ball screen. Guarded by McFadden. Wraps the pass. Guy Panini. That's a super pass to the inside. They blow another 2-footer. Salmonson looks at the referee and asks the referee, 2 feet from the hoop, you've got to finish the play. I didn't really see a foul. Now there's a foul. Burinzadze. Foul called. Zusman makes the first of the free throws. That's a step under 2 meters, 199, 20 years old. Listed as a shooting guard. And this is the free throw. 7-point game. Sorry, 6-point game. Halfway through the third. Burinzadze takes the Shirmandini screen. Strong move to the inside, has it taken away. Zusman leads the break, 3-on-2. Zusman to the ring, again blows another layup. And then gives up a foul, reaching. And frustration is an understatement. Israel getting to the ring on numerous occasions, just unable to finish the play. And then Zusman with frustration reaches for it and gives up the foul. The thing you've got to say is they're getting to where they want to get. They are getting to the ring. They will make those shots. Third foul for Zusman, that's a big call. Sanadzi moves it on. McFadden looks to turn the corner. Takes the Shirmandini screen. Again, the pick and roll defense by Israel. Now they've got to work it. The 3 at the end of the shot clock is off. McFadden, ball just drops to him. New 14. Shirmandini. Oh, it's a travel. Would love to get to see it again. As he says, go and look at that. It's a travel. Kadash, Coach Kadash, not happy. Well, Coach will be saying, look, well, the ball knows. Blatt with the three is off. Tremendini owns it, gives it up, and Georgia again in transition. They lead this by 8, and it's a tense one. Sinsadze, whistle on the play. Bartolomeo, there's the foul. Bartolomeo picks up the personal. Backcourt violation, and it's tense. Sinsadze took his eye off it. Juros knows it's about tension. It's not about intensity of pressure from the defense. It's intensity of the pressure of the moment. This is where all those sages will say it's about the performance. Concentrate on the performance. Don't play the situation. Blatt moves it on. Panini shows his experience, has it knocked away, and we get a loose ball foul. And if it can go against you at the moment, it's going against Israel. Panini puts it on the floor, has it stripped, and then there's the loose ball foul as they try to retrieve it. Chance to make this a double-digit lead. Just under 4 to go in the third. Now everything seems to be struggling. 3-point percentages dropping through the floor. George Sinsadze misses the first. Completes the second, 44 to 35. Sinsadze will sit. Israel in the half court. Could just really benefit from just execution in the half court. Getting a shot they want. Cohen wants, doesn't get. He's going to have to pick. Now he gets going to the hoop. Is fouled as he goes to the ring with a finger roll. Goga Bitadze picks up the personal. It's a little bit ticky-tacky as he hit his fingers. Cohen strokes the first. He goes 2 for 2 from the line. It's a 10-7 quarter. It's tight. That's the only way to work it. There you go, confirmation, 10-7. Georgia have it. McFadden outside the three-point line, now guarded by Cohen. They look inside. It's a great effort to come over the top. So Malkinak came over the top, three-quarter front. Well, he tried to go the same way. Bitadze. Well, when you're 19 and people ask you just to do what you see and read, you do. And that's all he did there. He was shown the baseline, so he took it. You know, it just gave him too much. And then Cohen helps. Cohen, in fact, everybody fouled. What a talent. What a talent. Well, the crowd have been tremendous, relentless noise. Sections of the gym here have just been on their feet the whole game. Bidzadze, 13 points personal. Gets the roll for the second. Cohen outside the three, thinks about putting it up, does put it up, knocks it down for fun. Jake Cohen's got a beautiful stroke. He goes to 13 points personal. McFadden turns the corner. Little pick and pop action. Bidzadze is not going to put it up. Shamandini feels a little double team. Now goes baseline. And they're going to call that offensive. Well, Shamandini not complaining. Oof. We've seen a lot less, a lot more not called. Again, though, easy if you close the palm of your hand to your opponent. Bartomeu gets it back. We'll use the Cohen screen, who picks and pops again. He's just made one. Why not give him the ball earlier so he can get it again? Panini on the pass. Great ball movement. Bartomeu penetrates, takes a little bump. It's all a bit congested in there, as you can see. We're going to have a 24 violation. As you can see, 5 white shirts are in the picture. That means that there are at least 2 wide open blue shirts on the free throw, on the 3-point line. Have to find the open man. McFadden will take the ball screen. Stops, fires up the 3, way off. It goes down with a defensive rebound. Israel trying to eat into the 5-point lead. Bartolomeo puts it on the floor. McFadden is just quick defensively. Knapp for 3. Back-to-back threes for Israel. Close it to a 2-point game. It was always going to happen. At some point, they were going to start ticking it over. Timeout for Georgia. It's a 2-point margin. And Israel right back in it. So Israel extend the pressure, a little token. Deflected, but it falls to a Georgian. 3 seconds on the possession. They knock down the 3. As I said before, when it's going your way, it really goes your way. Mbashvili gets the 3. Deflected, could have gone anywhere. Ends up in Mbashvili's hands, and he knocks down the 3. Cohen puts it on the floor, in the lane, will kick. Panini for 3, got it! And all of a sudden, shooting the 3 is like shooting it into the ocean. Impossible to miss. 2-point game, Panini with 3. Long, the short 2 from the elbow, gets the drop. And Georgia open it out to a 4-point margin, 50-46. The incredibly impressive performance by Pedazzi continues. Bartolomeo, all of a sudden, the 3-point line is Israel's friend. They close it to 1. McFadden into the half court. Has it out top, will take the ball screen. Burishvili wants, doesn't get. McFadden takes the top one. Oh, didn't hit a thing. And that will do it for the end of 3. McFadden with options on the floor, took up, can only be described as a tough one. And at the end of 3, Georgia just about hanging on, 50-49 over Israel.
Basketball World Cup is right here. Want it? Come and get it.
Well, this time next year we'll know who has won the World Cup in China. At the moment, the focus is on getting there. And both these teams still have the mathematical chance to be the 3rd team from this group to qualify. And they're playing like this game is so important to that qualification. Well, the Jake Cohen 3 that you just saw in slow motion just was the first of 4 in a row for Israel. Here we go then. 10 minutes of action. 10 minutes of what I'm sure will get tense. Georgia with a 1-point advantage. Tamio with a whistle away from the ball. Bartolomeo. And there's the, again, Shinadzi, palm on the hand of the opponent. Easy call for the official. Cohen out top will look to hand off. Gets it off the black. Jake Cohen had the chance to take this jump shot, his feet set, which is what he probably should have done. Got into an off-balance runner. Georgia spread it, and they're going to go 3 seconds because there was no movement in and out of the keyway at all. Pedazzi camped, put the pegs in, didn't move. Cohen getting touches, ever-increasing touches now, becoming very, very influential here. Cohen takes it strong, goes with a runner again, ends up with an off-balance look, but great recovery. And a new 24. Cohen takes the elbow jump shot and doesn't get the drop, and they're going to have to call the foul. I don't think the referee wanted to call the foul, but the contact had effect. Although ultimately, if it's a foul, it's a foul. George Sinzadze will advance the basketball. 1 point game. A pointless start to the fourth so far. Sinzadze moves it back to Sinzadze. Little runner in the lane is good for 2. "32 years old now, George Sinzadze. Playing the enthusiasm of a rookie. Black with the 3 is off. Offensive rebound. Samuelson puts it on the floor. He has to go to the left hand. Decided to go with the fadeaway jump shot. And now it's going to be called for the offensive foul. He had the really open move to the left hand. Decided to come back to shoot the jumper. And Israel finding scoring tough again. Well, Israel have been involved in some tough games in this second round. No tougher than the loss in Germany, where they pretty much won the game. If they'd have got that win, they'd have been in a great position. Zadzi tries to turn the corner, needs a pass, finds one, and they have to put up the tough 3. It's short, and Black keeps it alive, and somehow Levy conspires to not be able to control the ball with Samuelson. Goes out of bounds with a 14-second reset for Georgia. Well, you can feel it. Look at the expressions on the fans. Everybody knows how important this is. Sinzadze puts it on the floor, goes to the right hand. Tough shot, gets nothing. 5 on 4 here for Israel. Just find the open man. Black. And they're going to call the offensive foul. And to say the least, Samuelson may well put his palms up. That is a movement of the shoulder when he has a man advantage. Sinzadze does a good job actually selling the foul, one has to admit, but Blatt's going to sit. Bartolomeo checks back in. Won't be long, I don't think, before Black comes back. Or shouldn't be long before Black comes back, you suggest. They look high-low, no option. They're going to have to reverse. Sinzadze wants the ball screen. Now he's got a matchup he might like. Steps back, lines up the 3, is short. And again, Georgia almost come down with it. And Guy Panini walked around and said, look, hey guys, box out. Keep these guys off our boards. Tomlinson gets it back to Bartolomeo. Stops, fires up the 3, is good. Off the bench. Knocks down the 3 and ties it at 52 apiece. New ball game with just under 7 to go. 3 from 4 from the 3-point line. The 3-point line has really been the inspiration to this Israeli comeback. Sinzadze will reverse it. They look underneath. There's no option. Sinzadze. Well, it's slow. He takes it even further 3. Way off. And the ball will belong to Georgia. Bartolomeo couldn't control it. 14-second reset. And Georgia have got to get something better than that. They can't just keep the ball and take a 3 and hope to score. Shimandini comes back into the game. He has to be getting touches. Realistically, the strength on the inside now for Bitadze and Shimandini. They've got to get touches here for Georgia. Sinzadze's just coming down and settling for the perimeter jump shot at the moment. 52 apiece, 6:20 to go. Shemandini gets his touch, goes to the middle with a right hand hook. Can't get the drop. And Israel come down with a team rebound. Bartolomeo. Oh, Colin is fouled as he goes up, and again he misses from 2 feet. And he's going to be cursing himself here, because this could be, maybe should be 2+1. Took a big hit, to be fair. Got to pick himself up with a chance to give Israel the lead, the first lead in a very long time. Probably the first lead they've had since halfway through the second quarter. Cohen makes the first, and Israel took it over to a 1-point lead. Two for two from the line. Cohen becomes an increasing factor as the game develops. Shinzadzi will advance it and get Georgia into the half court. Got to move the ball through the air. Shemandini needs it. That's great defense though by Cohen. Shemandini looks, he's almost established position. The pass was poor. Cohen outside the three, thinks about it, turns it down. Turnover. Zalmanson involved again. McFadden comes back. Sharp end of the game. 2-point Israeli lead with 5:29 to go. You don't have to know how tight this game is. Just look at the crowd. They're living every single pass. It's what makes this game what it is. Shinzadzi looks inside. They go high to Shemandini. They go back there. They take the three. It's no good. Boxed out by Cohen again. And Bartolomeo will advance the basketball. Cohen runs the floor. Salmonson for two is good. And Georgia take the timeout. They trail by 4. They've become very static. It's almost a walking pace game now. Georgia walk it down, dribble it, go inside, get it back. But nothing creates for each other. It's all very slow. Tadzi with the 14 points. Shemandini almost double-digit rebounds. Tadzi has 3, but no one in real serious trouble. Cohen with 15. Really has. He's taking a lot of shots with 15, but he's becoming an increasing factor as the game develops. Di Bartolomeo has 4 assists to go with his 6 points. Israel have more foul trouble to worry about. Zusman and Zalmanson with 3, but Guinea and Di Bartolomeo has 4. So Georgia have taken the timeout. Israel will extend their defense, if nothing more than to take time out of the possession. Shinzadzi will advance the basketball. 7-2 in this quarter. That's 2 points in over 5 minutes for Georgia. It really has become this pace for the whole of this fourth quarter. Shinzadzi, who spent most of the quarter with the ball in his hands. They just about keep it alive. The 3 is gone. Oh, he makes it. And why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't go up? Tadzi make the 3. It's been his night. They have got to get sharper in the half court. Dalmanson reverses the basketball. Dalmanson mid-range, spins to the baseline and kicks. Cohen has got to put it up. That's going to be a violation. Cohen had the open look. He's got to take the responsibility at that point to take the shot. There is no time to do this. No fear at all. When you're 19-year-old, what is fear? All it is a moment. A moment that you've practiced for years before you get to this stage. It's a jump shot. I've received the pass. I'm going to knock it down. 1 point game. Israel with the narrow advantage. 4 minutes remain in the game. And it's walk down, slow down for Georgia again. Tadzi gets it. Finds Shamandini. Will go up inside out. McFadden knocks the three down. Finally gets one to drop. McFadden goes to 6 on 2 from 7 from the three-point line and restores Georgia's advantage. Again, inside, combination, big to big, sucks the defense in. And Dallas McFadden knocks down the three. Well, the worried looks have changed to looks of optimism now. It didn't look good a minute or so ago, but that's before Goga Bitadze took a hand in proceedings. Responsibility and staying within what you know of your system. But you've got to take responsibility. Cohen. How important is he going to be over these remaining 3:45? Tamir back in the game. Almost turned over. Needs the foul, but there was a reach. Flat. Penetrates. Panini has it. Panini thinks about it, puts it up. Is long. Cohen with the offensive rebound. Kicks it. Mansai knocks it down. Zusman for three. Well, whatever one 19-year-old can do, a 20-year-old can do, straight back at you. Israel back in front by 1. Zinzadzi. They've got to get inside touches. Shamandini wants, he's got to get a touch. Now he gets one. Trust him to make the pass. McFadden puts it on the floor. Feet set for three. Drains it from the corner. All about the inside touch to drag the defense in. Guy Panini moves it on. Zusman. Cohen was wide open, turned him down. Zusman drives. Doesn't get the drop. Cohen can't get it. McFadden does. Georgia with a 2-point advantage with 2:20 to go. Shinzadzi got to get the ball and get touches inside. When they've had touches inside, they've ended up with wide open looks. Trying to manage time now. George Shinzadzi, been here before. Takes the tough runner. Bought the foul. Israel were crazy enough to go after it. But Shinzadzi bought the foul. Puts it on the floor, leans in. And why, oh why, oh why does Yovel Zusman believe he can block from there? 2 points on the possession. And Zusman fouls. Crucial free throws. This will make it a 2-possession game. Zuras is going to rotate around the players on the floor, using the last 2 minutes where the clock stops on every basket to make substitutions and get. I think he's going to try and protect Sinzadze. Makes the first. Sinzadze looks like he's running on empty out there. Still automatic from the free throw line. He goes 2 for 2, and he'll sit for the defensive series. Wow, what a game of momentum swings. Panini outside. We'll find Cohen. Bartolomeo and McFadden going at it. Drops it inside to Cohen, and one. Well, they waited, and they executed it perfectly. Cohen gets the 2. Will go to the free throw line to make this a 1-point game.
2 points, Jacob Cohen.
Just draws Shamandini enough. It means he will have to recover and therefore foul. Cohen 100% from the free throw line tonight. .148 on the clock. Jake Cohen to make this a 1-point game, which he does, never in doubt. Israel stay up the floor. Georgia still have a foul to give. Israel in the penalty. McFadden builds the double team. Stolen! Oh, and they just threw an elbow. And Di Bartolomeo with the steal, and then threw it over the ring. Well, a phrase of decisions under pressure. If you didn't have the confidence or a shot you want, recycle. And 24 seconds later, you have the opportunity to shoot whatever shot you want. Instead, they walk the floor for Georgia to have a chance to make this a 3-point game. So easy to say it sitting here, but another at the ring miss by Israel. Sinzadze on the free throw line. Strokes the first. Such a smart play to come up with a steal. Sinzadze goes 1 for 2. Shamandini can't get it. Panini does and is fouled, and that'll put Georgia into the penalty. And Guy Panini, you can't say enough great things. 35 now, just 2 meters, and just puts his body in the right place, uses his body to control space. Shamandini will sit for the defensive series. Crowd trying to play their part. Tamir Black into the half court. Panini and Cohen combined. Panini, Cohen on the inside. Second move, nowhere to go. Inside, outside. And they've called a 3-second call, I believe, at this stage of the game. In fact, sideline possession. 1:21 to go. 2-point game. I'm not sure what's called. The trap comes. Well, Oh, it's an offensive foul. So Israel have it back with 1:18 to go. Blatt has it. Shinzadze guards it. Great deflection. Blatt gets it back though. Way to stay alive in the game. 7 seconds. Blatt wide open for three is long. And Georgia get the defensive rebound. Oh my word. Years being put on the fans. Shinzadze. Guarded by Zusman. Shinzadze stops, fires the three. Doesn't get the roll. McFadden gets it, dribbles it out. New 14. This possession could ice it for Georgia. McFadden decides to take the three. He doesn't make it. Blatt has it. Zusman off the glass, doesn't get it. Cohen gets it, goes back up. His foul will go to the free throw line. Shinzadze, good job by the official. In the heat of the moment, the official could have done anything, some crazy thing here and call a technical foul. Shinzadze is just emotional at this point. There's the foul, he goes, no. The official just takes the heat out of the moment. Cohen has not missed a free throw all game. Has a chance to tie the game with 22 seconds left. Jake Cohen, the whole of Israel wanting these free throws to drop. Never in doubt. Call comes in from the sideline. No need for a timeout. Will Georgia take the timeout? 19 points personal. Cohen to tie the game with 22 seconds left. It's about the execution, not the moment. He goes 2 for 2. He's 8 for 8. Georgia take the timeout. I'm sure they'll advance it. If they advance it, that guarantees Israel the ball back. Because if they advance it, it'll be a 14-second reset. They could literally inbound it in their own half and have the one shot to win it. What would you do? Take the 14-second reset or trust yourself to run out the 18 seconds on the clock? This is where I think, with the new rule change, they should make that decision before the timeout. Because Israel now are preparing for two scenarios. Now it's just looks of disbelief from these fans. They've had some emotions tonight. I've got to say, in Georgia's case, when they've touched the ball on the inside, they've got good shots. When Shinzadze and then McFadden decided to win the game from the three-point line, they have not got good looks. Both have made shots after going inside. That's an intense-looking pair of father and son, or grandfather and grandson. 64 apiece. And Israel take their timeout. Now they know Georgia are in the half court. So the ball can't be moved now. It has to be in the front court. That's one way to dealing with not knowing. You've got to hope in the 14 seconds that Georgia at least look to the inside and don't just settle for the dribble around and then take the three. You've got to hope that Shermandini or Bitadze gets a touch to at least make Israel collapse to open something on the perimeter if they can't get something going to the hoop. Georgia and Israel locked at 64 apiece. 22 seconds left in the game, 14 seconds on the possession. They've got to get it in first, which they do. Shinzadze will take the ball screen, gets a stagger. It's going up. Shinzadze puts it on the floor, takes the two, is short. Israel have a shot to win it. Blatt has it with 6 to go. Tamir Blatt for the win. Doesn't get it off the glass. We're going to overtime. Israel and Georgia will play an overtime period. And I'll say it again. Shermandini should have got a touch. When they haven't given touches to the inside, they have not got the good looks they got deep in the fourth quarter. 64, plays 64. These stats are not anything to write home about. 28 and 37% from two-point range. Israel's free throw shooting has been exceptional. Well, say Jacob Cohen's free throw shooting has been exceptional. And in the end, that got them to overtime. World Cup futures on the line. And this is Jacob Cohen. Ice in the veins. Well, the fans trying to help as much as they can now. Good things have happened for Georgia when inside touches have happened, whether it be an inside finish or more importantly, during that fourth period, inside-outside created wide open looks. In the end, they settled for tough ones. How many times will Israel look back on some of those little misses from 2 feet and rue those? That doesn't matter right now. What matters right now is we have 5 minutes to try and decide who's going to get the win. Georgia with the first possession. Israel showed it. I think they showed a 2-3 zone. No, they've gone back man to man and tried to fill the middle. Oh, Shermandini dives, gets it inside, and he walked. You've got to let him establish position, then give him the basketball. Guy Panini's coming back. Tamir Blatt into the half court. Moves it on. McFadden's going to reach. You have to protect the man with the ball. Turns the corner. Blatt, nowhere to go. Moves it on. Gets it back. 8 on the possession. Panini for 3 is off. Defensive rebound is Shermandini's. And Georgia will walk it into the half court. Well, tense. Shinzadze. They look high-low. Shermandini must get a touch right now. Gets a touch. Now people move off him. Finds McFadden, who attacks the closeout. Can't get the 3 to drop. And the ball belongs to Tamir Blatt. Blatt, nowhere to go. Comes off the screen. Tries to turn the corner. Wide open. Zusman for 3 from the corner is just buried. Blatt turns the corner. Defense takes it. fills the middle and reacts. Usman wide open in the corner. Blatt finds him. Open three. Israel open out in overtime to a 3-point lead. Shamandini wants and gets a touch. Works, goes to the baseline, is fouled by Cohen. It'll be 2 free throws for Giorgi Shamandini. Shamandini, a 76% free throw shooter across his 6 games that he has played in this World Cup qualification. It's always been a bit of a flat one. Zuras consults. Looks a little worried. Understands this gravity of this. Shamandini goes to 6 points personal. It's a 1-point game. And Israel have it through Tamir Blatt into the half court. Little hesitation. Zusman to the ring and misses yet another layup. Was so concerned, or he looked so concerned about being fouled, he forgot to make the layup. Shamandini gets another touch. Extra pass, open for 3, is long. Zusman comes down with a defensive rebound and protects. Blatt. Panini thinks about it, gets it back to Blatt. 2:40 to go, 1-point margin. Israel have it. Blatt stops and pops the 3. Is off. And they come up with another offensive rebound. Blatt in the corner, lines up the 3. Is short again. Who'd be a mother? Living every moment of it. That lady in the crowd just sums it up. Shinzadze moves it on. Shamandini wants it, doesn't get involved, and doesn't give it a pass to Lane. Now he does. Shamandini going to work. The help comes. Shamandini on the inside, gets the drop. Georgia lead it. Milking the big man. In overtime, Georgia go to a 1-point lead. Shamandini to 8 personal. Zusman takes the ball screen. Well, he had space. Goes down to Cohen. Goes up with a jump hook. Misses the tough one. He hasn't connected with the jump hook in the whole game. Shamandini made him go over him. That's all he had to do. 1:30 to go. Georgia by 1. And Shinzadze looks like a heavyweight in the last round of a championship fight. Now he's guarded by Cohen. Steps back. Fires up the 3. Is long. Offensive rebound. McFadden controls. Who'd be a fan? Well, you would want to be a fan if they can get the win. McFadden for 3. It goes out of bounds. And McFadden. And Shinzadze off the dribble. And just not getting the drop for the 3-point line. Simonson checks in. Blatt. You're just trying to find a way to win. Both teams just trying to find a way. Samuelson is short, and the defensive rebound from Shinzadze is huge. McFadden. It's just noise. It's a wall of noise here. What a seal. Fouls on the floor. They're going to go to the free throw line to make this a 3-point margin. And why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be Bidzadze? Georgia have just gone to the inside consistently in overtime. Goga Bidzadze. Chance to make this a 3-point game. Has 17 on the night, on 5 from 7. That's why these guys need touches on the inside. It rims out though. Exactly. The blow of the cheek sums it up. Israel have to box out, but Bidzadze has to make the throw. It's a 2-point game. 32 seconds remain. Georgia lead it 69-67. And Israel will take the timeout.
Nini, use simple, Jay. We run the fight. 54 to remember. Jay. Go Stagger. Samir gets the ball. Jay. Samir gets the ball. Like 5 times.
Be careful, close and eyes. And eyes, you understand? Maybe we switch. Open, yes! Open. We are ready for line special.
The 14-second reset for Israel. They'll take it in the front court. Where do you go? Who do you want to get the shot for? Do you go inside? Do you try and take the lead with the three? They've got to look. Blatt's going to have to orchestrate here. Cohen leaves the pick and roll, screens away, Panini. And they get a hold. And Israel are going to the line. And again, it's hands on is an easy call for the official. Jake Cohen has to do it all again. He's been here before already tonight. This to tie it up with 26.7 to go. Makes the first. This to tie it. This to put all the pressure on Georgia to win it. Ice. Ice in the veins. 69 apiece. Georgia take the timeout. Do they go full team or do they go 24? Do they go full court or do they advance it into the front court? Again, same scenario. If they advance it, it gives Israel another opportunity, guaranteed, if they can get a defensive rebound or whatever Georgia do to make the shot. Israel will finish with the basketball if they go front court. Does Coach Zuras go back court and trust to get it down? There'll still be a 2-second differential between game and shot clock. But if he chooses to go front court, there will be a 12-second, at least 12 seconds for Israel to get the tie or the win. So Georgia will go full court with it. It limits Israel's opportunity to get the ball back. It puts more pressure on them to get the ball down the floor. Israel do not want to foul. They go long out of bounds. Shenadze trapped. Almost turns it over. 15 seconds, 14 seconds now on the possession. Shenadze. Zusman guards him, they switch it. And that'll give them no ball back now. Georgia with 7.1 on the sideline to get the win. What pictures, what emotions. This is World Cup qualifier basketball. This is why this competition takes the game to the fans. McFadden, he wants some space. They're going to use the pick. No, he's not. This is going up. Goes to Shamandini. He scores to win the game for Georgia. Go inside and good things happen. Get Shamandini touches and good things happen. The best thing has happened for Georgia. It looks like Shamandini has got the two. The referee's going to look at something. I don't know what. And that is it. They want to check. They want to check the charge, is what Israel want to check. Did they score within regulation? There's the foul that they want. There's the shot away. There's no debate about whether the ball goes up before the game ends. It's left already. There's 1.2 left on the clock when Shamandini releases it. Pandemonium in the gym. The referee needs to take a little control here. I don't think they can review the no call.
We waiting for the last decision from the referees.
It's clearly released before the possession and before the light comes on. So unless there's a violation, those two count. There was definite contact on the drive. Was it a charge? I'm not the referee. These guys are. If they make that call, this place will go absolutely wild. He's going to make a big deal about making this call. He's got to be very, very sure. I think he's just explaining it to the Israelis. They're going to count the two, I'm sure. But if the ball goes in, there'll be time left on the clock. The basket is good. And there is a point. Well, this game has had it all. How much are they putting on? Is it enough to actually get a shot? How long is it enough? It clearly states at a certain point how long you have the ability to get a shot. But until we know how long there's left on the clock, we're not going to know. Guy Panini's been here before. He's seen it all. I have a little sympathy with Panini. Someone was there. I'm not sure who it was. Israel, so close to beating Germany. Israel, it looks like so close to beating Georgia. Have one last prayer of an opportunity. Now we're going to have to count it down. The one thing the Georgians can't do is foul as someone tries to get the ball. If they foul, that'll be 2 free throws. This place is waiting to erupt. Georgia looking to stay alive in the World Cup. One possession away, one deflection away. There are ways this can happen for Israel. Not many. But they have to reset the clock. It's at 2 seconds at the moment. There's no way there's 2 seconds on the clock. 3 seconds. There are now 3 seconds. 3 seconds is more than enough. 0.3 of a second. I don't think that's enough for anything. You're going to have to throw it around the ring and hope someone just touches it and it goes in. You're going to have to put enough air on the ball. It's going to have to be high enough for someone to get underneath it and hope. This is where are your prayers going to be answered. If Shinzadze gets a touch, it's game over. This arena is about to erupt. It's in the air, it's in the air. It's out of bounds, and Georgia somehow, from somewhere, get the win. They win it 71-69. Their World Cup hopes are alive. If only just alive, they are alive. And all of a sudden, there is a relief around the Tbilisi Sports Arena. What a game. Israel, heartbreak loss for them, number 2 in this competition. 71-69, Georgia over Israel, stay alive in the World Cup. Well, here are the statistics underneath the only 2 that really matter, the 71 and the 69. Rebounds was a factor. Both teams, reasonable job of looking after the basketball. But in terms of game leaders, Bitadze, what a game by the young man. 18 points personal. He had 2 steals. He had 3 blocks. He was all over the stats. He should be all over the newspapers here in Georgia. He leads the scorers. Cohen had a marvelous game for Israel. Shinzadze with 14 and Shermandini with 10, of which the last 2 are the biggest 2. Take the game to the fans. That's what the World Cup does. And that has been a game that will inspire so many people here in Georgia. 18 points for Goga Bitadze. Still only 19 years old. His stock continues to rise.
Dear friends, the final score, you can see 71-69 for Georgia versus Israel.
Well, these highlights are not going to do the game justice because it wasn't the game. It wasn't a game of great plays after great play after great play. It was a game of tension. A game of just sheer refusal on Georgia's part to lose. Refusal on Israel's part when they went down by double digits in the fourth. To find a way back into the game. And you've got to say for Georgia that Shermandini and Bitadze on the inside were just key. When they touched the ball, good things happen. Whether it was through their scoring or their ability to make the pass to the open man. But things are bright in Israel with players of the quality of Zuzman and others who have come through that successful under-20 championship win this last summer. Things are moving in the right direction. Shermandini was huge. And this is the play that broke the hearts in Israel and set this whole arena and the whole country on its feet. Shermandini with the soft touch off the glass. That's what it means. That's what it means to fans. That's what the World Cup, taking teams to their home fans in games that matter, means. And Shermandini, for all his professional career, watch the reaction. That's what it means to hit the winner for your country at home in front of your fans. one of the biggest names in Georgian sport, celebrates like it really means the world to him to hit the winner. Shermandini and his teammates go wild. Georgia get the win. It's been another privilege to be in front of a World Cup qualifier game. Georgia move into third place. Serbia have the game later on against Greece. This group is alive and kicking. One more window to go, one more space in the World Cup to be confirmed. But for now, from Tbilisi, it's good night.